Tour Lil Swish. Now welcome today's opponents. Currently sitting in 5th place in the Atlantic Division, welcome our provincial rivals, the Cape Breton Highlanders. Joining us out of Texas Christian University, 5'9" guard number 10, Hank Fornes. Out of Creighton, welcome 6'1" guard number 11, Booker Woodfox. Welcome 6'6" forward out of Robert Morris, number 13, Billy Rush. Welcome number 32, 6'9" center out of the University of Texas, Arlington, Anthony Walker. And rounding out the squad is number 6, 6'5" guard out of Georgia, Charles Mann. The head coach for the Highlanders is Ben Ressner.
Somebody save your soul, cause you've been sinning in the city. I know too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. I want the good life every good night, you're a hot one to hold. Cause you don't even know, I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Every night when the stars come out, am I the only living soul around? Need to believe you could hold me down, cause I'm in need of something good right now. We could be screaming till the sun comes out, and when we wake we'd be the only sound. Get on my knees and say your friend change round. But I can make your hands clap. And I can make your hands clap. Turn it up. And I can make your hands clap. And I can make your hands clap. So can I get a hand clap?
Time to get loud and proud, Halifax. Welcome with a record of 24-7. Currently at the top of the Atlantic Division and reigning NBL Canada champions, your Halifax Hurricanes. Welcome to the floor. Injured tonight, but large and in charge in our hearts, 6'6" power forward number 1, Tyrone Watson. Also on IR tonight, our friend number 20, big man CJ Washington. Welcome 6'2" guard number 2, Taquan Zimmerman. Welcome 6'3" guard and proud son of Alberta number 5, Kenny Ochino. Welcome AUS and CIS record holder out of St. Mary's University, 6'1" guard number 7, Chewy Haywood. Welcome 6'9" center number 9, Coriante DeBerry. With some electric skills, welcome 6'6" forward number 15, Aaron Bowen. And our big man, 6'8" center number 24, Anthony Cox. Now your starters, Halifax. Welcome 6'5" small forward out of Rutgers, sharp shooting number 10, Mike Poole. welcome 6'2" card out of Auburn, the sensational number 14, Antoine Mason. Welcome 6'9" center out of New Mexico State, here representing the T-Dot, number 22, Ronaldo Dixon. Next up out of San Diego State, welcome 6'8" power forward, the unstoppable Billy White. And last but not least, out of the University of DePaul, 6' card number 12, your captain, welcome Cliff Clinkscales. The Hurricanes are led by head coach Mike Leslie with assistant coaches Stephen Brown, Chris Pagentine, and Joe Wells, with physiotherapy provided by the Physio Clinic's Kaylee Robertson. Ladies and gentlemen, your reigning NBL champion, Halifax Hurricanes. Now, folks, please stand, remove your caps, and join Roberta Inglis in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Hang on, girl, nice job.
Today's game officials are Danny Patterson, Peter Phipps, and John Hunt.
Hello fans and welcome to today's National Basketball League of Canada Battle of Nova Scotia, as the first place in the Atlantic Division Halifax Hurricanes take on the expansion Cape Breton Highlanders, live from the Scotiabank Centre in beautiful Halifax, Nova Scotia. My name's Alan April and I'll have the call today, and it should be a good one. It's the 6th matchup of the year between these two teams. The Hurricanes have won 4 of the last 5, but they've played some close games, and with the Highlanders finally back at full strength, they're hungry to put a halt to their losing skid, as the expansion team has lost 8 of their past 9 games. Meanwhile, the Hurricanes, 24-7 to lead the Atlantic Division. They've been rolling all season. Started the year on a 9-game winning streak, have won 11 of their last 15 games, including 2 in a row, but they are without 2 key players in starting forwards Tyrone Watson and CJ Washington, both out with foot injuries. So it should be a good one. I'll run you through the team's starting lineups today. At guard for the Highlanders, number 10, Hank Thorns, number 11, Booker Woodfox, number 6, Charles Mann Jr., number 13, Billy Rush, and at center, number 32, Anthony Walker. And for the Hurricanes, in white, at guard, the captain, the general, number 12, Cliff Clinkscales, number 10, Mike Poole, number 14, Antoine Mason, and up front, number 22, Ronaldo Dixon, and the beast of the East, number 23, Billy White. As the two teams get ready for the opening tip, I'll remind you, today's webcast is live and interactive, so reach out. You can find me on Twitter at Alan_April, or reach out on YouTube in the live chat there and let me know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, and any fun facts you want to tell me about the players and teams playing today. With
It's
that, we're
game
off.
time, Halifax.
The Cape Breton Highlanders control the opening tip. Here is Hank Thorns. Thorns, speedy guard out of Texas Christian University, finds Billy Rush. Rush, the NBL Canada veteran, drops it off for Mann Jr., and that three was too long, but it will remain Highlanders ball here. And it looks like the clock is still ticking away as the officials are going to sort that out with the scorers table. So, bit of a confusion over the clock to start the game off. It's early here on the East Coast, just 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The stat table is still just waking up. But as mentioned, the Hurricanes, they have done very well against the Atlantic Division competition all season. And they're trying to figure out the shot clock here. They're going to give it a full reset and 11:32 on the game clock. So bit of confusion here as inbound here for Woodfox. Now Thorns takes a screen from Rush, back for Rush, and he lays it up and in with the left hand over the shot blocker Dixon. And Billy Rush, what a player he is. Just his 6th game today with the Highlanders. He is an NBL Canada vet, has played for the Storm, the Express, the River Lions, as that's Billy White doing some work down low. Can't finish either attempt, and the Highlanders are going to bring it the other way. Now Woodfox. They lead 2-0 in the early going. Mann Jr. works it to Anthony Walker in the high post, back for Mann Jr. 10 on the shot clock. Mann Jr. has a mismatch with Clinkscales, turns and fires, and he'll take that matchup all day. Charles Mann Jr., 6'5", has a good 4 or 5 inches over the point guard Clinkscales. Now the Hurricanes looking to get their offense going. Poole on the right wing finds White in the low post. Hurricanes working around the perimeter, wide open lane for Clinkscales, and he can't finish. All the room in the world that time. Now Thorns attacking the defense, and Highlanders have come out to play today. Thorns with some pep in his step, and the Highlanders take a 6-0 lead in the opening 2 minutes. Mike Poole thought about the step back, instead gets it over to Mason. Now Dixon, defended by Walker, looking for a cut in Clinkscales. Nice touch pass down for White, and White can't finish, but he is fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, when you talk about the Hurricanes, it really all starts with Billy White.
First team foul number 1.
He has
Billy
been
White at the line,
the go-to guy this
deuce.
season. Of course, one of just 2 returning players from last year's NBL Canada championship team. Sorry, 3 returning players, along with Clinkscales and Dixon. And White has taken a much bigger role this year with the Hurricanes. Among the leaders, 17 points per game, second in the NBL Canada with a 62% field goal percentage, as he knocks down the free throw for the first Hurricanes bucket. White gets both to go. 6-2 now, 2 minutes into this one. Quick YouTube comment from Anthony Cox's dad, Gerald Walker, told him to not miss anything from the line today. That's good advice, as Anthony Cox, 64% free throw shooter, not bad for a big man, and he's been great recently for the Hurricanes. And that time, Thorns was fouled in the corner as Dixon caught on the awkward closeout.
Hurricane foul on Dixon, his first.
Thorns is going to
foul,
go.
number 1.
No, actually, they're going to call the foul on the ground. So Highlanders inbound here on the baseline. It's the first personal against Dixon, first team foul against the Hurricanes. Mann Jr. straightaway 3 knocks it down. And Charles Mann Jr. with a quick 5 points to start this one off. The rookie guard out of Georgia University. Now Mike Poole can't get his 3 ball to go. Rush with the rebound, and the Highlanders want to run. Thorns, the speedy point guard with D-League experience, looking to connect with Walker down low, poked loose by Dixon, and here come the Hurricanes. Lob for White, kick out for Mason, 3 ball, knocks it down. And the crowd loves it. Antoine Mason
from downtown.
That's when the Hurricanes are at their best. Running in transition, free flowing, Klinkskill's always looking to push it down the court. And right now we're going to get an offensive foul. It's going to be an illegal screen coming up against Anthony Walker.
Cape Breton foul on Anthony Walker. His first
personal
team
on
foul,
Walker,
number
second
2.
team foul on the Highlanders. Now Poole on the right wing, defended by Woodfox. Kick out here for Klinkskills. White thought about the 3 instead. Poole, he'll take it.
Mike
Corner 3
Poole
knocks him down. Mike Poole and the
for
Hurricanes,
3.
after trailing this one 6-0, they're on an 8-3 lead, or run rather, and they trail by 1.
Am I the only one that noticed we haven't missed a 3 when Ice Ice Baby was playing?
Now Thorns, Man Jr. gets his man in the air, drives and finishes, and it's all too easy for Charles Man Jr.
for 2.
Looks like he's playing in slow motion out there. Not rushing anything, and he's already got 7 points in this one. Now Billy White over for Mason. Back for White, going up against Rush, and Rush is going to be whistled for the push. Will be Hurricanes ball on the baseline.
Highlander foul on Billy Rush, his second team foul, number
That's gonna
3.
be the 3rd team foul and
Chad
second personal
Frazier
against Billy
checks
Rush.
in.
And with that, Chad Frazier is going to check in. Frazier, one of the leading scorers for the Highlanders, coming off the bench today, but averages nearly 16 points per game.
Mike Poole.
And there's Klinkskills. Beautiful inbound there for Mike Poole for the lay-in. And Klinkskills, the NBL Canada second all-time in career assists behind Anthony Anderson. He's shown why today, already with a couple. Thorns looking to lob it up for Walker. Can't connect that time, but watch out for Anthony Walker, as he is a freak athlete. He just puts guys on posters. And here we're going to get a foul against Dixon, as Klinkskills was looking for the touchdown pass. Dixon called for the push-off.
Offensive foul on Ronaldo Dixon, his second
So that's
team
the
foul,
second
number
personal
2.
for Dixon. And looks like Coach Leslie is going to keep him in for now, but we might be seeing Anthony Cox momentarily. So Chad Frazier showing off that sweet crossover, the UAB product. Kick out now for Woodfox. 10 on the shot clock. Woodfox off the Walker screen, pull up 18-footer, can't get it to go. And we're going to get a rebounding foul against the Highlanders, as the officials
Highlander
are
foul on Anthony Walker, his second.
all over the whistles
team
today.
foul,
That's
number
the
4.
second personal against Walker. And with that, Shadrach Lufiel is going to check in. The big man, the Canadian, out of Burlington, Ontario, and Wichita State, where he went to a Final Four in 2014. And I want to give a shout out to his bro Mishak. I'm sure Mishak's watching. Playing pro now in Holland, the former Cape Breton University Caper. So a nice Cape Breton, Burlington to Cape Breton pipeline for the Lufiel / Lufile family. Always confuses me how the brothers pronounce their last name differently. But as now we'll see Anthony Cox checking in.
Anthony
Cox has been
Cox
playing
taps
real
in
well
for the
lately.
good guys.
As CJ Washington and Tyrone Watson have gone down with injuries, Cox has been a big boost for the Hurricanes off the bench. Some of his best games as a professional coming over the past couple weeks. Woodfox now. Defended by Poole. Man Jr. handoff for Poole. Sorry, for Woodfox. Drives, takes contact, hoop in the harm. Booker Woodfox heading to the free throw line for a chance at 3 the hard way.
Hurricane foul
As he
on
gets that one to
Antoine
drop.
Mason, his first team foul, number 3. Basket
Woodfox
counts
now.
for Woodfox.
That's his
shooting
first
a
bucket
single.
of the day, but the Highlanders off to a red hot start. 6 of 8 from the field, 75%. And Woodfox hits the free throw to push it to a 4-point lead. 14-10 with 6:40 to play. Klinkskills. Thorns putting pressure all over him, and the Highlanders might not be the biggest team in the league. You see their backcourt of Woodfox and Thorns, not especially tall, but they are very quick and tough defensively. They'll put a lot of pressure on opposing ball handlers. Now Billy White. White working on the block against Man Jr. Double team, kick out for Mason. Mason, tough 3, gets it to go.
Basket count for Mason,
Mason. Not
from
1, not 2, not
way
3.
downtown.
He's got a chance at a 4-point play. take
Highlander
another look at
foul
this
on
one here.
Thorne.
White with the kick out. Mason,
His first
the hard
team
closeout
foul,
by
number
Thorns,
5,
and with the
Mason,
shot clock about to
trying to make it a
expire.
4-point
What a shot
play.
there by Antoine Mason. Oda Auburn. And Mason a chance to tie it up now from the free throw line. Shoots 68% on the regular season. Does the 6'2" guard out of Queens, New York. Can't hit. Lufiel with the rebound. Now Woodfox for Frazier in the corner. Frazier looks to get around White, and White is whistled for the foul. So the officials aren't letting too much go right here. Players are going to have to adjust to that. That's the first personal against
4.
Billy White. 4th team foul against the Hurricanes, and Cape Breton has 5. As Woodfox couldn't get that to go. Poole might have gotten a piece of it. Mason again. Can't hit it, but there's Anthony Cox into the game and making an impact on the offensive glass. Poole for 3, gets it to go.
Mike
Poole from downtown making a splash.
downtown.
And the Hurricanes take their first lead of the game, 16-14. Now Frazier gets a step on White. Man Jr. Lufiel one-on-one in the post with Cox, and Lufiel just quick right-handed baby hook over Cox for the 2. 16-16, high-scoring game here. We're only halfway through the first quarter. Poole swings it for Mason. Now a post touch for Cox. See if he goes right back at Lufiel, and he does. Cox, fade away, hits it. Anything you can do, I can do better. A little big man duel taking place here between Cox and Lufiel. Thorns now off the bounce to the cup, can't finish.
The basket counted for Anthony Cox.
Poole with the rebound, and the Hurricanes want to run. It's Poole to the rack, off the Euro step, can't connect, but there's Cox. Finds Poole, baseline jumper. It is
Poole
good.
from
And
Anthony
Cox.
Cox.
The Hurricanes are fired up. Nice run there for the Hurricanes. They were down.
Hurricane fans, don't forget to get your 50-50
10-6.
tickets. We have
And
basketball
they're on a
Nova Scotia
14-6
under 15
run to
girls
finish.
running around the
Take us
stadium
into
right
the
now
media
selling
timeout.
those 50-50 bad boys until halftime. So
With a
make
4-point
sure
Hurricanes
to
lead.
buy early and buy
Mike
often.
Poole, he's been huge. Poole, 8 points. Mason 6. White and Cox with 2 apiece to lead the Hurricanes. Meanwhile, Charles Mann Jr. leading the way for the Highlanders with 7. Sorry, Mike Poole has 10 points already, 4 of 6 from the field. The sharp shooting guard out of Iona University in Queens, New York on the season. Poole averages about 12 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, 1.4 steals. Has started every game this season for Halifax, as he's been a huge boost for Coach Mike Leslie's side. So a reminder to reach out on Twitter. I'm all by myself today, so I need someone to talk to. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. You can find me on Twitter at Allen_April. That's ALLAN_APRIL. You can also reach out in the YouTube comment section. So far we've heard from Jasmella White, Billy White's sister. She wants 30 points. Where are you watching from, Jasmella? Las Vegas? I know Billy White's from Las Vegas, but it's sunnier there than it is here. And then we got Gerald Walker, Anthony Cox's dad, watching. He's saying you should see Cox play hard today. He wants to stay with the team. Well, he's been playing hard the past couple games, as mentioned, with CJ Washington and Tyrone Watson out of the Hurricanes lineup. They're a little less deep in the front court, but Cox has stepped up in a big way, as has a couple of new additions. I'm sure we'll be seeing Aaron Bowen and Coriante DeBerry checking in momentarily for the Hurricanes. But now back to the action, as Mann Jr. Sorry, that's Frazier actually. Kick out now for Lufiel. Back for Frazier. Attacking White. Gets it to go high off glass.
Chad Frazier
Tough finish
for
there
2.
for Frazier over the much taller Billy White, who was smelling a rejection. Now Mason, the son of former NBA Sixth Man of the Year, Anthony Mason. And Billy White on the block. Kick out Clinkscales. Mason, good ball movement here by the Hurricanes. Poole puts up a three off back rim and rebounded by Frazier. Frazier, pull back three, can't hit. White with the rebound. Now Cox for Mason. Crossover explodes to the hoop. Can't finish, but he is fouled, as that one's going to go against Clinton Springer-Williams. Springer-Williams.
Highlander foul on Clinton
Just
Springer.
joined the Highlanders
His first
pretty recently.
Team foul, number 6. Antoine Mason at the line.
He's already played for
shooting
3
two.
NBL Canada teams this season. Started his year with the London Lightning, moved over to the Niagara River Lions, now the Windsor Express. Or sorry, no, he was with London last year. This year he's been with Niagara, Windsor, and now Cape Breton. So the guy is, well, I guess not filling up his passport because all the teams are in Canada, but going coast to coast. As Hurricanes knock down the free throw, 1 of 2, 21-18 now. Frazier, hard foul going to the hoop. That one's going to go against Mike Poole.
Halifax foul on Poole. His first
Gonna be the
team
first
foul,
personal
number
on
5.
Poole. 5th team foul against the
Chad
Hurricanes.
Frazier at the line, shooting 2.
Now Frazier hits the first. Chad Frazier, a 79% free throw shooter from the charity stripe. He was a college teammate of C.J. Washington of the Hurricanes at the University of Alabama, Birmingham. Speaking of which, they have a Nova Scotian playing for them right now. Shout out Nate Darling. What a player he is. Still remember his 50-point game at the Homburg Center a couple years ago in the under-17 national championship game for Team Nova Scotia. Now Billy White on the block, up, can't finish. Hurricanes really trying to work their offense through White as he's got a mismatch against Mann Jr. Poole
Mike
gets the three to go, and this first quarter has been the Mike Poole show. Poole making a splash with 13 points in the first frame. Now Thorns. Kicks it over for Mann Jr. He'll try to answer with a three, and that one was short. Shot the 25-footer about 23 feet. As he passed to the referee, hits a fan in the front row. Now Mason, off the bounce, pull back dribble, tough shot. Lots of, well, Mason wanted a foul, but no whistle. Now Thorns coming the other way. Thorns around the defender, nice no-look dish down low. Kick out, Springer-Williams fires the three off back rim, and Mason chases it down. Now Poole, pull-up jumper, can't get that to go. Mason doing good work down low, but can't control the rebound. And Thorns comes the other way, alley-oop pass. Poole did well to get a hand on it, and it's gonna remain Highlanders ball as Booker Woodfox gonna check
Booker
in now
Woodfox
for the
taps in
Highlanders,
for Cape
replacing
Breton.
Hank Thorns. And Jasmella White answered my question,
Zimmerman
asking
coming
who shall
in
receive.
for your
Jasmella is in
Hurricanes.
Las Vegas. She watches every game. Go Hurricanes. It's probably been 2 years now she's been watching all the Hurricanes games. Billy White, of course. Halifax, really happy to have him. And now we're going to get our first look at Aaron Bowen. And
Bowen tapping in.
he's got a nameplate on the back of his jersey. That's new, as he didn't have one for his first 2 games last week, but he's quite the athlete. Watch out for him on the fast break. So Woodfox now just checked in off the bench. Poked loose by Clinkscales. And they're going to call it Hurricanes ball. Highlanders coach Ben Resner is not impressed by that. Resner himself is pretty impressive though. Real young guy and has really skyrocketed up the coaching ranks. Was an assistant coach in the D-League with the Canton Charge and spent time with the Cleveland Cavaliers in training camp. And for a young coach, just 20-something, to be working with the Cavs Oh, beautiful finish down
Anthony
low by Anthony Cox.
Cox!
That's going to make Papa Walker happy as Cox with a nifty finish inside. And the answer by Chad Frazier, and a little flex on him as Chad
Basket
Frazier.
counts for Frazier. Halifax
Nice to the
foul
hoop,
on Bowen,
takes the
his
contact
first.
and finishes.
Team
And
foul
the
number
high
6.
scoring theatrics continue. Take
Frazier
a look at
hits
this
the
one.
line, shooting a
Frazier
single.
just keeping Zimmerman off him, takes the contact and finishes. And connects on the three-point play. That's 7 points off the bench now for Chad Frazier in this one. And it's a 3-point game. Clinkscales, pull up 3 ball, off back rim, but Cox is there. Another offensive rebound for Anthony Cox. Zimmerman, that's not the guy you want to leave open. Connects all the way
for
from Connecticut.
3!
Taquan Zimmerman has got to be one of the front runners for NBL Canada Rookie of the Year. What an impact he's had in his first professional season off the bench for the Hurricanes. Now Frazier. Pretty dish down low for Lufiel. Springer on the boards. Lufiel is down in the paint. A lot of bodies there. Looks like he's up now. Now Clinkscales. Kick for Bowen. Clinkscales, all the time in the world, didn't shoot the 3. Instead gives it over to Zimmerman in the corner. Back for Clinkscales. 10 on the shot clock. Through his legs for Zimmerman. Can't get it to go. Cox on the glass. No look to White. And Anthony Cox, the former Harlem
Anthony
Globetrotter,
Cox is an
all-board
all-board machine.
Billy White's down on the ground. He's headed to the line, but Anthony
Highlander
Cox is
foul on
providing
Chad
a
Frazier.
huge boost of
His
energy off the
first
Hurricanes
team
bench.
foul number 7.
All over the
Penalty
offensive
in
glass.
effect.
That time a pretty no-look dish from the big man to Billy White. And with 34 seconds remaining in this first quarter, the Hurricanes on the line with 29 points. And it looks like Billy White's got some blood on his arm. So they're going to bring in Kenny Otino to take the free throws, as White's going to have to sit for a minute, at least for one play. As you see there, White's got some blood on the right side of his jersey, wiping it up here. He doesn't want to come out of the game at all, but they're going to make him. He's going to wait at the table for a sub, but probably upset that Otino's going to get these 2 chances from the line.
While Billy tends to a cut, Kenny
White needs a rest, though.
Ocheno
He's played the whole
shooting
first
deuce.
quarter. Let him sit for 35 seconds. So now Kenny Otino, a 91% free throw shooter, and I jinxed him. Missed the first. The old commentator's jinx. Otino, the former University of Alberta Golden Bear. He was cheering for them pretty hard when they were here 2 weeks ago for the U Sports Nationals. And, well, they lost to Dal and they lost to SMU. No, wait, they lost to SMU. So, ran into some trouble from the Halifax teams. Anyway, back to the pro leagues, as this is Charles Mann Jr. Mann Jr. in the lane, can't finish. Cox cleaning up the glass. Now Clinkscales. Gonna slow it down and hold for 1. 8 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock is up. Cox brings the screen. Clinkscales settles into the 3. Rims out. Lufiel on the rebound.
At the end of the first, the Cape
That was
Breton
a
Highlanders
free-flowing,
23,
high-flying
your
action-packed first quarter.
Hurricanes 30.
The Halifax Hurricanes take a 30-23 lead into the quarter break. And the Hurricanes really shot the ball pretty well. 45% from the field, 6 of 10 from beyond the arc, 60%, led by Mike Poole, 3 of 5 from downtown. As I'm going to take a quick water break here, but we'll be right back with some more analysis and the second quarter. Thanks for watching. right, welcome back to live coverage of the Halifax Hurricanes, the defending NBL Canada champions, on YouTube. And after the first quarter of today's Battle of Nova Scotia, the first place Hurricanes have a 30-23 lead over the Cape Breton Highlanders. And taking a quick look at our stat sheet here, as mentioned, Mike Poole leading the way for Halifax. He's got 13 points on 5 of 9 from the field and 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. Shooting the lights out is Mike Poole. Antoine Mason has 7. And Anthony Cox has 4. And 7 rebounds for Anthony Cox, 5 offensive rebounds. Shout out to our statistician doing a great job getting all those offensive rebounds. As Cox stepping it up today, and he's been stepping it up all week, really. And his proud papa, Gerald Walker, said he was going to do it, and Anthony's doing it. And he must be relaxed from that hot tub he had earlier in the week at CTV Live at 5. As Anthony Cox and Tyrone Watson paid a visit to CTV headquarters and took a dip in our hot tub that we're giving away. You can check that interview out on the CTV Live at 5 website. It was a good one. Shout out to Swish too, the best mascot in the biz, Swish. Killing it as always. Talk to the people, Swish. No, he can't talk. But he's the best mascot there is. I saw him hit 5 threes in a row in the pregame. Wearing a morph suit too, that's not easy to do. Having some fun on a Sunday afternoon at the Scotiabank Center. Tons of kids here, great energy. See some of those kids dancing and having fun. Family friend entertainment, it's the NBL Canada, it's fantastic. All right, ready to start it up. Joey Haywood, King handles, the Halifax legend, is in for his first action in this one. Now Zimmerman on the left wing. Defended here by Clinton Springer-Williams. A couple of former CIS players. Now Bowen, the new guy. Down low, makes some space, can't finish. But there is Anthony Cox. The man just wants it more. Cox is everywhere today on the offensive glass. Otino, former Alberta Golden Bear, around the screen, kick out for Zimmerman. Good ball movement here by the Hurricanes. Otino, 3-ball, can't connect. And Cox this time is going to be whistled for a foul, and Lufiel saying about time as he's had his hands full
Hurricane foul on Anthony
the
Cox.
glass, trying
His
to
first team
contain
foul,
Anthony
number
Cox
1.
and his boundless energy. It's going to be the first personal against Cox, first team foul against the Canes in this second quarter. They lead 30-23. Frazier, floater, connects.
Chad Frazier.
Chad Frazier has been good for the Highlanders. He's got 9 off the bench. Keep wanting to call him the Capers. I'm a big AUS guy, but I haven't yet. Now Cox, working on Lufiel. Drives, right-handed hook, can't connect, off glass. Now Frazier wants to push. Frazier hands it off here for Woodfox. Now Lufiel, little 12-footer, can't get it to go, and Cox again cleans up the glass. Bowen now on the kick out from Haywood. Bowen, a long athletic player. Listed at 6'6", but he's got probably a 7-foot wingspan if I were to guesstimate that. And as
Anthony
off the
Walker
deflection,
taps
it's going to
in
remain
for Cape
Hurricanes
Breton.
ball on the baseline. 3 seconds on the shot clock as Anthony Walker checks back in for the Highlanders. Zimmerman, he's got to put it up. Rejected by Frazier with 2 hands. And Frazier with a little stare down for the bench after that one. Said, get that out of here. Next block, I'm going to drop my Jack Armstrong. Yeah. So Frazier brings it across the timeline. 10 minutes to play in this second quarter. Walker on the block. Has that one poked loose by Cox, but recovers. Now Frazier calls for the screen. Walker sets it for him. Oh, the pick and roll. Right idea, just a little bit too much mustard on that hot dog as Chad Frazier's pass sails out of bounds. Hurricanes still looking for their first bucket of this second quarter after lighting up the first for 30. Otino, lots of bodies in the lane. Kick out for Zimmerman, can't finish. And there's Rush skying for the rebound. Now Woodfox in transition, showing off his speed, but he can't finish with the layup. Now Haywood, floater, gets it to go.
Haywood.
Long live the King. Joey King handles Haywood, and the Halifax faithful love it. The former St. Mary's Husky, former Halifax Raymond, and two-time NBL Canada Canadian of the Year gets on the score sheet. But there's Frazier.
Chad Frazier.
So crafty with his finishes. Frazier has been huge in this one for the Highlanders. He's got 11 off the bench. Haywood now, handoff here for Zimmerman. Kick out for Otino, looks to drive baseline. Woodfox cuts him off. Zimmerman now, tough pull-up. Good defensive possession there by the Highlanders, and Hank Thorns lets them know it in front of the scorer's table here. Now Frazier, he's feeling it, heat check. Not as hot as he thought, as that one's a couple feet short. And Thorns is gonna check in here.
Thorns taps in for
Frazier
Cape
says,
Breton.
my bad, Coach Resner had a laugh.
Dixon.
As that
And
was a heat check, but
to Barry in
when you're
for
feeling
the
it, you're
good
feeling it.
guys.
As we get some substitutions here, Coriante to Barry, the big man, and I'm talking big, 6'10", 22 years old, out of the University of Cincinnati. Spent some time in Chicago Bulls training camp and with their D-League team before the Hurricanes picked him up a couple weeks ago. Now first touch of the game for DeBerry. Face up against Walker. Now he's got to get rid of it. Zimmerman thought about the three, hesitated. DeBerry, three on the shot clock, turnaround jumper, can't connect, and DeBerry's shown some promise, but he's really had a tough time shooting the basketball from the field, and oh my, Hank Thorns. 5'9", goes up against
Basket
6'10", and
Hank
5'9",
Thorns.
won that battle.
Hurricane
Thorns,
foul
take a look at this
on
one.
DeBerry, his first.
Explodes,
team
takes
foul
the
number
contact,
2.
and just
Thorns
about
hits the
horizontal to
line,
the floor when he
shooting one.
released that one. Able to finish with the left hand and headed to the line for a chance at three the old-fashioned way. Thorns can't hit the free throw. Dixon with the board. Thorns among the team leaders, just under 17 points per game. Also fourth in the NBL Canada with better than 7 assists per game. 3-point game here with 7:30 remaining in the first half. Haywood takes a screen from Zimmerman, long two, can't hit. Woodfox now brings it across half, slows it down and waits for some teammates. Billy Rush, three ball, just long. It's been kind of a slow start to the second quarter after these two teams. Oh my! Anthony Walker, call him Skywalker, as he got way up to reject that one. Now Thorns with the
Hank
three,
Thorns.
doing it inside and out. Hank
For
Thorns,
three.
and he ties this one up at 32. Thorns now has 7 points, 5 coming in this last minute. Otino takes the screen from DeBerry. Zimmerman back for Otino. Shot clock down to 3. Zimmerman puts up a 3, gets it to go. Taquan Zimmerman hits the Quan from downtown.
For 3.
Now Woodfox. Pull up 18-footer. That's short. Hurricanes lead by 3, 35-32. Haywood wants to slow it down. The veteran, Oda Vancouver, gets it back in the corner, puts up a long 2. Doesn't drop, and we're gonna get a foul coming up against DeBerry as he was working on the glass.
Halifax foul on DeBerry, his second. Team
you can
foul
see
number
the
3.
promise in DeBerry. He's a legit 6'10",
Antoine Mason
big body,
and Cliff
played high-level
Clinkscales
basketball at the
tapping
University
in.
of Cincinnati, and that's why the Bulls gave him a shot in training camp and D-League. But he just seems a step slow there as he fouls the guy on the rebound. He's really struggled shooting. He's 1 of 15 in his NBL career from the field. But he's only 22, lots of time for him to get it
Booker
going.
Woodfox for
Booker
3.
Woodfox and these Capers guards have certainly got it going. Woodfox hits the 3, and we're tied up once again at 35 apiece. That's 6 points for Woodfox. Mason now gets it over for Haywood, floater. No good, Rush with the rebound. Frazier attacks the Hurricanes, and that's gonna be a goaltend. That's just another one of those plays where DeBerry shows his skills, able to run the floor for a big man and get up and swat that one away, but it's just court awareness, and that will come with experience. As a bit late on that one, and it was a goaltend. And once again, I remind you, this webcast, broadcast, YouTube stream, whatever you want to call it, it's live, it's interactive. We're on YouTube. It can't get much easier. So reach out. I'm on Twitter at Alan_April, or you can reach out on the YouTube page. And just let me know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, any fun facts or info you've got about these guys. Love that we have the opportunity to bring this exciting NBL Canada action to fans, friends, and family all over the world. Really good crowd here today at the Scotiabank Center. Lots of kids on a Sunday afternoon, lots of excitement. And it's great to see NBL Canada basketball gets better and better every year, and the defending champion Hurricanes have put together such a great season once again, looking to defend their title. And then the Battle of Nova Scotia too. It's great that the expansion Highlanders, they're getting some great fan support up there in Sydney, and they're a pretty good team too, so it's fun to watch. For one of the smaller provinces in the country, you can't deny that per capita, the East Coast and Nova Scotia, we love basketball like nobody else. That didn't really make sense. I don't know how you measure per capita who likes basketball the most, but if you can find out a measurement, I'm pretty sure we're near the top. So now Antoine Mason, down low for DeBerry. DeBerry banging with Walker. Kick out, speedy hands there by Booker Woodfox. Able to pick the pocket of Clinkscales. Now Rush wide open for 3, and
Billy
this time
Rush
he gets it to
for
go.
3.
Billy Rush gives the Highlanders a 5-point lead, 40-35. Step back 3 by Mason. That's off. Here come the Highlanders. Hank Thorns, he wants to slow it down. Thorns, who just recently returned from injury, and you can see the calming presence he has as a veteran. He's played everywhere, man. Hank Thorns played in the D-League, played preseason with the LA
Hurricane
Clippers,
foul
summer
on
league with the
Mason.
Memphis Grizzlies.
His second
He's
team
CJ
foul, number 4.
Watson's cousin, the NBA player, and that means he's also the cousin of Khalif Watson, who is a former Windsor Express player. So NBL Canada, NBA connections, there's a lot of them. Now Frazier, little pocket pass there for Walker. Can't finish, but he's going to the line. But if you are the Hurricanes, you don't mind seeing Walker
Halifax
on the
foul
line.
on DeBerry.
53%
His third
free throw shooter.
team foul number 5. Mike Poole.
And that's
taps
going to
in.
be the 3rd personal foul against Coriante DeBerry in about 2 or 3 minutes of floor time. And the 15th foul against the Hurricanes. Highlanders was 0. But as I mentioned, Walker, not the best free throw shooter as he misses the first. And I really don't want to make it seem like I'm picking on DeBerry. The kid has so much promise. 6'10", big body, only 22 years old.
Billy
He's going to check
White
out now with 3
tapping
fouls,
in.
but I think he'll have some impact performances as the season goes on and he starts to get a little bit more comfortable with the speed and physicality of this league as well, finding out what the refs will let him do. So now Poole, Hurricanes trail by 6. White on the block, up and in.
Billy
White
White.
just too big and too strong. He's really a mismatch for a lot of players in this league, as he's got the perimeter skills and the body of a big. And that time it looked like he caught a little bit of an inadvertent hand to the face by Chad Frazier. White holding his eye, and that's going to be a foul whistle
Breton
against
foul
Frazier.
on
So
Frazier.
refs on top of that one.
His first. His
Say
second
Billy White,
personal foul.
He finds
Team
himself
foul
in the
number
middle of
1.
the contact a lot. I don't know why. Hands just
Charles
gravitate
Mann
to his
back
face,
in
it
for
seems.
Cape Breton.
So Lou Field and Charles Mann Jr. checking back in for the Highlanders off the bench. Now Mike Poole. Over for Joey Haywood. Haywood, the 2-time NBL Canada All-Star. Kicks it out for Dixon. Canadian to Canadian.
Ronaldo Dixon.
Ronaldo Dixon showing
for
off the 3-point
3.
goggles as he connects. And that's something Dixon's been really good at this year. Shoots 44% from beyond the arc. You know, you talk about the new NBA and how as Hank Thorns connects from 3.
Thorns
Touch on that
for
point about
3.
Dixon and his rim protecting, floor stretching ways in a minute. As Thorns 3 gave the Highlanders a 4-point lead, 44-40. Now Dixon, this time they play him a little closer. Fake the 3, now he drives. And what a fake, gets Walker in the air.
Ronaldo
Beautiful finish.
Dixon.
Down low by Dixon, doing it off the dribble. Ronaldo Dixon really stepping up in his second season with the Hurricanes. The 6'9" forward out of New Mexico State. 3-ball rims out there for Woodfox, but Highlanders getting a lot of room to take these threes. They've had good success so far. And we've got
Second
a foul
personal
coming
foul,
up here
6th
against
team
the
foul
Hurricanes. Going to be
on
the
Billy
second
White.
personal on Billy White on the rebound. White's not happy, but the refs aren't hearing it. Now Thorns. Mann Jr., 20-foot jumper. Offensive rebound there by Lou Field. Now Lou Field one-on-one with White. Righty hook, that was well short. Now the Hurricanes coming the other way. Clink scales for Dixon, tries it again. Can't connect. But Dixon not shy of shooting it from wherever. And so for him to shoot 44% from 3 and average a block and a half a game, as Woodfox's 3 rims out, but Walker is there to clean up the mess.
Anthony Walker for 2.
Pushes the Capers lead back up to 4. Finally going to finish my point on Dixon. That blend of being able to stretch the floor 44% from 3 and 1.5 blocks a game, the rim protection, that's what NBA teams want to see. He's got quite the skill set for a young Canadian. So now Poole, step back jumper. Poole can't get that one to rattle home. He's slowed down. Poole had 13 points in the first quarter, but has not scored in this second. Thorns 3 is off, and Poole with the rebound. 1:30 to play in this first half. White, he is fouled down low.
Highlander foul on Charles Mann.
And the Hurricanes are going to take a
His
timeout and talk
first team
things over
foul,
here.
number 2.
Their team trailing by 4, 46-42 with 1:30 to play. Let's see, we heard from YouTube from Hakam Singh from Toronto, Billy's girlfriend's brother. Shout out to you, Hakam. Great to hear from you. You know, I like talking to Billy White. He's a guy who's played everywhere. Actually signed a deal with the Miami Heat a couple years ago. Didn't play any games for them, but was in training camp and got to practice with them and the like, which is obviously an amazing experience. But he's played in Cyprus, in the Middle East, Greece, Mexico, Israel. And he played at San Diego State University, where he was a member of a very good, they're called the Aztecs, I think they are. Anyway, very good team that featured Kawhi Leonard. And for him to go up and practice every day against Kawhi Leonard at San Diego State, you know that he learned some tricks on both ends of the basketball from Kawhi, who's really blossomed into one of the great two-way players in the NBA. He's on my MVP ballot. Not right at the top. I think I got Harden, Westbrook, LeBron, Kawhi. There you go. Reach out on Twitter. Let me know your NBA MVP ballot. Just looking for things to talk about. Having fun here. NBL Canada action on a Sunday afternoon. Of course, it's March Madness. Some big games coming up later. Kentucky, North Carolina. That's going to be fun. And Florida, South Carolina. Probably won't be as fun, but it's still high-level college basketball. So inbound here for White. Gets it in. 15 on the shot clock. Corner three by Mike Poole.
Mike Poole for
Finally gets on the score sheet in this
three.
second quarter. He's up to a game-high 16 points for Mike Poole, 6'5" guard out of Queens, New York. Thorns now for Lufiel, and Lufiel is blocked. Not sure if that was Dixon or Poole. I think it was Dixon who got a piece of that one. And it went off Lufiel, so it's going to remain Hurricanes ball. 58.5 seconds in this first half. Haywood for Dixon. Back for Haywood. Clinkscales. Good ball movement by the Canes. Clinkscales. The floor general. Drives, hangs, oh my. Get that garbage out of here. Anthony Walker skies up to reject that one. And Walker, he is a human pogo stick. Look at this, the elevation and the denial. But the Hurricanes beat the buzzer.
Haywood.
It was Joey Haywood off the quick catch and shoot. Good heads up play by a couple of veterans in Clinkscales and Haywood to get that to go to beat the buzzer and put the Hurricanes back on top, 47-46. It's been a good back and forth first half. Both teams trading punches. Man Jr. hangs, Poole denies him, but we're gonna get a foul whistled, and that's gonna be the third personal against Billy White. And that's something for Billy White.
Halifax
The
foul
Hurricanes
on
need
Billy
him out
White.
there, and he picks up a lot of fouls.
His third team foul, number 7. Charles Mann at the line, shooting 2.
As Man Jr. from the free throw line can't hit the first. Charles Mann Jr. a 80% free throw shooter in his first year as a pro, the former Georgia Bulldog. Goes 1 of 2 from the charity stripe and ties it back up at 47.
Hurricanes action continues on Sunday, April the 9th, as your Halifax Hurricanes face off against the KW Titans. Tickets are on sale now at ticketatlantic.com.
It's been a real cleanly played first half. 7 turnovers for the Highlanders, 5 for the Hurricanes. Both teams shooting the lights out, especially from beyond the arc. Hurricanes 50%, 9 of 18 from downtown. Highlanders 5 of 14 for 36%. Something that pops off the stat sheet for me, 7 offensive rebounds by the Hurricanes, and I think 6 of those were by Anthony Cox, as he has 9 rebounds in this first half. Once again, a great crowd here in Halifax on a Sunday afternoon. They're having fun watching the Battle of Nova Scotia between these two quality teams. I mentioned the Highlanders just 7 and 17 on the season, but they've got some real good players, and they've had injuries. Thorns was out. Austin Witter is actually out for them right now. He's an important player. And Billy Rush as well, Clinton Springer Williams, they just joined the team. So as we see both of them on the court right now, they're getting some minutes. And Highlanders, they're gonna win some games as this season goes on. Of course, one team from each division will be missing the playoffs. All right, so with 11 seconds to go, they got in the hands of the right guy, the speedy Joey Haywood. Haywood finds White on the block, back out for Haywood. 3 seconds, Poole, he's gonna put it up, long two, hits
Mike
Buzzer beater for Mike Poole. They called it a
for
two, but it was
at the end of the
It was
first
a pool
half.
party.
Your
Mike Poole leading the way
Hurricanes
with
hanging on up
18
by
points.
2, 49-47.
And the Hurricanes head into the locker room with a 2-point lead off the strength of Mike Poole. Look at this, step back, puts it up, pool party, gives the Hurricanes a lead going into the break. So right now I'm gonna take a 14-minute break, but we'll be back with more NBL Canada action in the second half. The Halifax Hurricanes lead the Cape Breton Highlanders 49-47. We'll be right back. Hello fans and welcome back to NBL Canada action live on YouTube as it's the Battle of Nova Scotia, and at the half, the Halifax Hurricanes with a slim 2-point lead, 49-47 against the Cape Breton Highlanders. That was a very interesting first half, back and forth. The Hurricanes won the first quarter 30-23, but the Highlanders came back, won the second 24-19. Both teams shooting the ball very well, especially from beyond the arc. Hurricanes at 50%, 9 of 18 from three, led by Mike Poole shooting the lights out, 4 of 6 from three, 18 points. It was a pool party for the Hurricanes in the first half. And then on the other side, the Cape Breton Highlanders, they are led by Chad Frazier. Frazier, 13 points, 5 of 8 shooting off the bench. Hank Thorns, also very good, 10 points, 3 assists. Should mention for Halifax as well, Anthony Cox, some tremendous energy off the bench, 4 points, 9 rebounds in under 11 minutes of floor time, continuing his strong play. So the Highlanders have the first possession of this second half. Great crowd here on a Sunday afternoon at the Scotiabank Center in Halifax. Thorns to the bucket, and there's Anthony Walker with the two-handed rim rocker. He's from Texas too, call him Walker, Texas Ranger. And we had some Ranger danger there as he skies up and throws one down off the putback. Poole now, pull up 20-footer. Can't continue his hot shooting from the first half. Poole hit a buzzer beater to give them the lead, and that time Walker was looking for the alley-oop. And look who has the basketball. I caught it. As, what happened there? Walker wanted the alley-oop. It was deflected right into my hands. Gotta have your eyes on the ball in this gig. As Thorns, sorry, that was Woodfox actually driving to the basket, and Mason fouls him.
Halifax foul on Mason,
Thorns
his
has
third.
his right bicep
Team
heavily
foul number
taped up.
1.
He's adjusting it. Didn't have that in the first half.
Booker Woodfox at the
Billy
line,
White has a similar
attempting
wrap on
second.
his right forearm. We saw him have to leave the game with blood on his jersey. As Woodfox knocks down 2 free throws, pushes the Capers lead up to 2. That's 8 points now for Booker Woodfox, the guard out of Dallas, Texas. Mason finds Dixon, back out for Mason. Thought about the 3, instead gets it down low for White. White driving and was tripped up, and that's going to be a foul against Billy.
Highlander foul on Billy Rush.
White.
His
Actually,
third.
They're changing their mind.
Correction.
It's going to go against
Cape Breton
Charles
foul
Mann.
on Charles Mann.
That's
his
Mann's
second.
second personal
Team
foul.
foul number 1.
First team foul against the Highlanders. Keeping our scorekeeper honest here. As, that was poked loose, and the speedy guards of Cape Breton are off. And Thorns able to finish. That's just Woodfox and Thorns. They're not tall, but they are so fast, and they put a lot of pressure on opposing teams, ball handlers. You can't let sloppy passes or dribbles around those guys, or they'll make you pay. Now, White, kick out, Clinkscales. Hurricanes trying to get their spacing down in this second half. Clinkscales drives, and oh my goodness.
Basket counts for
Clinkscales. That guy just
Clinkscales.
snagged the ball out of the air about 11 feet off the floor. And he's smiling as I hope they show a replay. They're not going to, maybe eventually. Anyway, no replay right now, but that was crazy. Anthony Walker can really jump. Now Thorns pull up 3 straight on, gets it to go.
Hank Thorns
Hank
for 3.
Thorns. That's 15 points now for the guard, Hank Thorns out of Texas Christian University. He's a Las Vegas boy, much like Billy White. Poole for 3, that's off. Thorns with a rebound, and the Highlanders want to push. Thorns alley-oop, and tripped up was Walker. And they call the foul. The Hurricanes are not happy. They think it was late, but clearly
Halifax
somebody
foul
made
on
contact
Mike
with
Poole.
Walker to trip him up. Otherwise,
His
that would have been
team
highlight
foul
material.
number 2.
As it looked like Walker got his feet tied up with Poole there, and that's a good call by the official. Woodfox now has nobody to pass it to, and that's a 5-second violation, and that's frustrating there. Coach Ben Resner trying to get his team into it, as that's just a mental lapse there for the Highlanders. 5-point game though, they lead. White now double teamed on the block, nowhere to go, finds Clinkscales, he'll take the 3, can't get it to go. Now Walker with a big rebound. Man Jr. into the heart of the D, Dixon denies him. White looking to lead the Hurricanes in transition,
Cape
but we're going to
Breton
get a
foul
foul
on
in the
number
backcourt
11,
by
Booker
Woodfox.
His first team foul, number 2.
First personal against Booker Woodfox, second team foul against the Highlanders. Poole, catch, step back.
Mike Poole from
Having the best game I've seen out of him in a
downtown.
while. He's up to 21 points, including 5 of 8 from 3. But Hank Thorns, you can't blink on this guy as he gets fouled and angrily rips off that wrap around his arm. And Thorns heading the line to shoot too.
Halifax foul on Clinkscales, his first team foul, number 3.
Thorns putting the Highlanders
Hank
on
Thorns
his
at
back
the
in
line
the second
attempting
half.
his second.
He's already got 6 points in this third quarter, and we're not even 3 minutes into it. Make that 7, and Hank Thorns now 17 points on the day, pushes the Capers lead back to 4. Clinkscales. Poole, defended by Woodfox. Poole, the hot hand, tries again. That's short. Here come the Highlanders. Woodfox, 3-ball, back rim, and out. And Coach Ben Resner, good energy here on the Highlanders sideline, really trying to get his team to run. Loves seeing Woodfox and Thorns get out in transition, and I don't blame them. Those 2 guards are special in the open court. White now matched up with Billy Rush. Rush has done a good job against the taller White, but that's some beautiful passing. White to Poole to Dixon for the 2-handed flush. And Mike Poole getting his own buckets and creating some for his teammates today. Oh, tough take into the lane by Mann Jr.
Charles
Contact,
Mann
no call.
for 2.
Able to finish with the floater. Back to a 4-point game, 60-56 with 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. White, now Mason, takes a screen from White. Step back jumper.
Antoine Mason.
Antoine Mason, the 6'2" guard out of Auburn. I just found out at half that LL Cool J is his uncle. So LL Cool J, if you're watching, shout out to you. Follow me on Twitter. As Woodfox step back, rims out, halfway down, but Booker can't book that one. Now White off the outlet by Clinkscales, and that's when those 2 are at their best. Billy White running the floor, and you better believe Clinkscales finds him. Ties it up at 60. That's just 6 points today for Billy White, the Hurricanes' leading scorer with 17 points per game. Woodfox 3. Hits
Booker Woodfox for 3.
3-point lead now for the Highlanders, and Woodfox heating up in this second half as well. He's got 11. White once again looking to assert his size and physicality on Billy Rush, but Rush is doing a nice job against the taller Billy White, not
Chad
allowing
Fraser
him post
taps
position.
in.
Now Thorns is going to check out. Frazier checks in for the Highlanders. And it looks like Thorns has some blood on his jersey now, so the trainer's going to take a look at that. Oh, tough take, nifty dribble to create space
Chad
there by
Fraser.
Chad Frazier. And Frazier finishes with a smooth finger roll. The guy is instant offense when he comes off the bench.
Folks, the winning
former
number of
University of
today's
Alabama,
50-50
Birmingham
draw is a
Blazer.
yellow ticket because
Chad
we were only
Frazier.
selling yellow tickets,
Frazier,
and its
the
number
Blazer.
is 828-5557.
buckets.
The lucky winner
And
should make their
Halifax
way
calls
to
it
the
timeout,
stats table
trailing
on our
by
floor
5.
with their winning ticket. If we do not have a winner
Once
in the next
again, I
10
remind
minutes,
you,
we're going to have to draw another
Even
number.
if you're not LL
Once
Cool J,
again,
my
that number
Twitter
is
open for shoutouts at Allen_April. That's ALLAN_APRIL. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, how you're feeling on this Sunday afternoon as the crowd here at the Scotiabank Center, they're feeling good. The Hurricanes, first place in the Atlantic Conference, 24-7. Look to add on to that dominant record this season. I call play-by-play for this. And the girl can't hit. Little swish now. Little swish back to the basket. Oh, great defense by the girl with the glasses. Swish puts it up. Can't get it to go. Now the girl with the glasses resets it all the way out to the three-point line. Crossover, drive. Hey, gets it to go off rim. And that'll do it. The little girl with the glasses beats Little Swish 1-0. So that's some excitement away from the game here. Take a look at the upcoming schedule. Taking a look here at the upcoming schedule for the Hurricanes, and their next home game, in fact, their next game in general is 14 days, 2 weeks from now, 2 p.m. Sunday afternoon
Would
against the Kitchener
Julia
Waterloo
come over to the
Titans.
big inflatable
Their first trip to
tractor?
Halifax
Julia
Radixman
to the
franchise.
gigantic
2 weeks
inflatable
without a game.
tractor.
So you know the Hurricanes want to go into that 2-week break.
Ronaldo
On the right foot, and
Dixon.
Ronaldo Dixon doing his part to make sure that happens. Dixon with a little lefty hook in the lane. Cuts it to a 3-point lead. Now that's going to be a foul against Mike Poole.
Hurricane
whistled
foul
for the
on Mike
reach.
Poole. His
On
third
Frazier.
team foul, number 4.
Woodfox over for Billy Rush. Rush drives. White couldn't get a piece of it. Dixon taps the rebound to himself. Smart basketball there by Ronaldo Dixon. Now Dixon, kick out for Poole, cross court. Poole, the Hurricanes' hot hand on the day with 21. Mason attacks off the bounce, hangs, floats, and finishes.
And
Tough take there
one
by Mason. And he's
Mason.
feeling good about that one. Mason up to 11 points. Back in the starting lineup today, missed a couple games last week. And Mason doing it on the defensive end. All up in the shirt of Mann Jr. But Mann Jr., good offense beats good
Charles
defense.
Mann.
Tough spinning, floating shot to the baseline. Puts the lead back up to 3, but Mike Poole had the answer. What a game for Mike Poole. 24
from
points,
downtown.
6 of 10 from beyond the arc. Poole making a splash here at the Scotiabank Center in one of his best games of the season. Rush now, working against Mason on the block, fadeaway jumper.
Billy
Smooth.
Rush.
Back to a 2-point game, 69-67. Mason for 3 in the lead, that's off. And the rebound goes into the crowd, and it's gonna be off of Mason, so Halifax, Cape Breton ball coming
CJ
the other way.
Lufile, Clinton Springer
Couple of
tapping in
Canadians checking
for
in.
Cape Breton.
Now, it's gonna be Shadrach Lufile from Burlington, Ontario, as well Clinton Springer from London, Ontario, the former Carleton Raven. Of course, Carleton just won their 13th championship in 15 years. What a program that is. And Foul coming here against Dixon. That's going to be 2 shots for Lufiel.
Halifax foul on Dixon. His third, team foul number 5.
And speaking of
Anthony
Lufiel,
Cox tapping in
just
for
heard from
Halifax.
Meshach.
While
Hope to see
CJ
in your head
Lufile
dreams. That's Shadrack's
shoots
Twitter.
the 2.
And sorry, I lost the tweet. And the CB Highlanders get a much-needed W today, as Lufiel hits the first free throw. That gives him 3 points on the day, averaging 11 points, 9 rebounds, 5th in the NBL Canada in rebounds per game. Shadrack Lufiel spent some time in the D-League, as that's going to be goaltending. Poole, you can play the ball off the rim, but Poole went up through the basket, which is a no-no. And just to finish that point about Lufiel, he played in the Final Four with Wichita State back in 2014, a team that had a few NBA players, Fred Van Fleet, Ron Baker, Cleanthony Early, and Wichita State. They lost in round 2 to Kentucky.
Antoine
Mason, speaking of the SEC, the
Mason.
Auburn grad, knocks down the 20-footer. And now the Hurricanes looking for a big stop, trailing by 2. Lufiel, Cox now banging with him. Lufiel short on the hook. Yeah, Lufiel and his Wichita State Shockers made it all the way to the Final Four, and they were like a 11 seed back in 2014. I know he was cheering on the Shockers, who had a tough matchup against Kentucky, and Kentucky plays against North Carolina later tonight. Can't wait for that one. But right now we got good pro ball. Springer now on the block, fouled, and he'll head to the line to shoot 2. Foul is on Anthony Cox. That's going to be
Hurricane
the second
foul on
personal
Anthony
on
Cox.
6th
His
team
second
foul
team
against the
foul,
Hurricanes.
number 6.
1 away from the bonus here.
Clinton Springer at the line, shooting 2.
As Clinton Springer knocks down the first free throw. Springer in just his 6th game with the team, but had not been shooting free throws well prior to here. He was a 17% free throw shooter in his 6 games coming to this one, but knocks down 2, so small sample size. That's what that one was about. He's a very good shooter. I remember a game with Niagara last year where he hit something like 10 threes. Now, Billy White on the block. White working against Rush, and this
Billy
time, just
White.
too big, too strong. Gets Rush all the way down low, and the Highlanders turn it over on the inbounds. Miscommunication there between Lufiel and Frazier. Take another look at this. White working down low, and he wanted the and-1 call too. 73-71 is the score. 2-point game here with 2:49 to play in the 3rd quarter. Haywood up top here for Mason. And Mason's 3 is off, but Billy White able to earn his team another possession with the tip out. Now White, touch on the block against Rush. Nice pass down for Poole, and Poole can't handle it. And the Hurricanes will
Hank Thorns
maintain
checks in
possession.
for
It
Cape
looked like it was
Breton.
clearly off Poole. Officials are talking here. Let's take another look at this one.
Eventually.
As White looking for the give and go, and yeah, that was off Poole the whole way. But it's going to be Halifax ball. Got a good officiating crew here, but nobody is right 100% of the time. So it's our job to keep them honest. Now Cox, handoff for Haywood. 12 on the shot clock. Mason showing off the handles. Floater can't get it to go, and there's Poole, and he gets the floater to go, and everything's going today for Mike Poole. Up to 25. It's Mike Poole's world, and we're all just living in it. 26, sorry. As Frazier, nearly got it to go through the contact off the nice backdoor cut. And Frazier headed to the free throw line
Hurricane
for
foul
2.
on Haywood.
Foul's going to
His
go
first
against Joey Haywood. That's his
team
first
foul,
personal.
number 7.
17 fouls, so the
Penalty in
Hurricanes
effect.
are in bonus for the
Chad
remainder of
Frazier
this
at the
third quarter.
line, shooting 2.
Now Frazier hits the first free throw. And Frazier hits the second. So he's up now to 17 points off the bench. What a boost he's been. Chad Frazier. No surprise though, as he averages nearly 16 a game. I'll tell you what though, he's not 6'4". Now Poole, step back 3, that's off. Bit of a heat check, but the ball must look as big as a swimming pool right now to Mike Poole, as everything's been going in for him today. Now Thorns. His Highlanders lead by 2, 75-73. A minute 35 remains in the third quarter. Thorns, step back jumper, that's off. Good job by Lewfield to tap it out off a Hurricane, and it's going to remain Highlanders ball here, much to the dismay of the Hurricanes faithful. It did look to me like it did go off Poole's hand, but Hurricanes fans don't want to hear that. As here's Springer on the inbounds. Lewfield, return pat, nope, fake me out. Now Thorns. Working off the Lewfield screen, gets it over to Rush in the corner. Lewfield now 14 on the shot clock. Lost the handle, Cox is there and nearly turned it over, and now does Mason. The Hurricanes in transition, and Antoine Mason able to finish.
And the
He's
heart.
hungry, Antoine Mason ties it up, and chance to give them the lead from
Highlander
the free throw
foul on
line.
Chad Frazier.
That's
His third team
that's
foul,
15
number
points
3,
now
and on the subject
in this one
of
for
3
Mason.
is Mason, attempting to make it
8 of
3.
those coming in this third quarter. Former player at Niagara University, where he was a 2-time MAC first team member, and misses the free throw, but Mike Poole doing everything today, gets the offensive rebound. He has been dynamite for the Hurricanes. Cox now, this is a mismatch against Springer. Mason 3, rims out. Bouncing ball, who wants it? Billy White ends up with it. Finds Haywood wide open. Can't finish the finger roll, but foul is coming. Foul's going to be against
Foul
Frazier.
again on Chad Frazier. His fourth
Team
foul
foul against
number
the
4.
Hurricanes.
Anthony Walker tapping in for the Highlanders. Joey
Walker will check in
Haywood,
as well as
shooting
Woodfox
2.
for the Highlanders. So that was the 4th personal on Chad Frazier.
Booker Woodfox also tapping in for the Highlanders.
So he's going to take a seat now. Frazier, leading scorer on the day, while tied with Thorns with 17 points for the team lead. Again, Mike Poole leads all scorers in this one with 26. And Haywood hits the first free throw, and the crowd is loving it. Joey's family is here from Vancouver. Shout out to the fam and all the kids making the trip across the country to support Joey, the NBL Canada legend. As he hits 2 free throws, gives the Hurricanes a 2-point lead. Anthony Cox goes sliding into the scorer's table, and good hustle there. Hurricanes get possession. Poole now. Mason. Hurricanes looking to find their spacing, and there it is. White down low. With a monster two-handed flush. He took out some frustration on the rim right there. Billy White with the stuff. It's been a tough game for his standards. Just 8, actually he's up to 10 points now, and another turnover. 9 seconds for the Hurricanes. White, oh, he was lining up for something big there. Had it poked loose by Rush, but it's going to remain Hurricanes ball on the baseline with 5 seconds on the shot clock. White took off from a step inside the free throw line. He was planning something devilish. Now White gets it, 5 seconds. Gives it up for Poole. Oh, nearly another buzzer beater for Mike
At
Poole.
the end of
Just
3,
And what a way to
the
end
Cape
that quarter
Breton
by the
Highlanders
Hurricanes.
75, your
Finish on a 6-0 run,
Hurricanes
take a
79.
79-75 run. Look at this flush. Billy White, that's a shot blocker behind him, and Anthony Walker, and White just says, you can't block this. Not today, Walker. So 4-point game. Heading into the 4th and final frame. It's been a good one here. The Battle of Nova Scotia, round 6. Hurricanes have taken 4 out of the 5 so far, but they've been some close games. This one's gonna go all the way down to the wire. So yeah, just looking here. Well, it's interesting, the largest lead of the game, I always like to look at that stat. Largest lead of the game for the Highlanders was 7 points, but that was just 2.5 minutes into the game. Meanwhile, the Hurricanes, their largest lead was also 7, and that was right near the end of the first quarter. So this entire game has been played within a 7-point margin. 9 ties, 5 lead changes. But the Highlanders, they haven't hit a field goal in almost 5 minutes since the 4:45 mark of that third quarter. And Mike Poole leading all scorers, 26 points. He had 18 at the half, added 8 in that second half, or third quarter rather. Billy White had a nice third quarter with 6 points, including that big dunk. And Antoine Mason, 8 points in that third quarter to bring him up to 15 in the game. Meanwhile, for the Highlanders, Hank Thorns had a great quarter with 7 points. Booker Woodfox had 5 in that quarter. And Chad Frazier tied with Hank Thorns for the team lead, 17 points. It's been the backcourt. They've been as advertised for the Hurricanes today. Shots of the great crowd here, tons of kids in attendance. March break might be over, but these kids are still having a fun time on a Sunday afternoon, cheering on the Hurricanes. As mentioned, the next Hurricanes game is 2 weeks from today, April 9th, against the Kitchener-Waterloo Titans. Titans' first and only trip to Halifax this year, so if you're watching at home on YouTube and you're in the Halifax area, make sure you get tickets for that one. It's going to be a show. As we begin the fourth quarter, 79-75 is the score, and there's a turnover right off the bat as Bowen passed to Mason, who didn't have his footing coming around that screen. In for the Hurricanes, Haywood, Mason, Cox, White, and Bowen. For the Highlanders, Thorns, Rush, Springer, Walker, and Woodfox. And here's an alley-oop. Walker couldn't dunk it home, instead comes
Anthony
down with it and lays it up.
Walker for 2.
Cuts it back to a 2-point game. And now Mason, aggressive, attacking the hoop. Headed to the line
Cape
to shoot
Breton
2.
foul
That
on
foul's going to go
Clinton
against
Springer.
Clinton Springer.
His second
Personal
team
for
foul
Springer.
number 1.
First team foul
Mason at the line
against the
shooting
Highlanders.
2.
Antoine Mason splashes the first on the season, a 68% free throw shooter. He's another guy who's been everywhere. NBA D-League, Cyprus, the former Auburn Tiger and son of former NBA Sixth Man of the Year, Anthony Mason. Has found a home here in Halifax. Now Thorns working against Mason. Loses it. Haywood coming the other way. So fast. Joey Haywood. Coast to coast. Not many people can beat him in a race. And coast to coast like butter on toast. Joey Haywood able to finish for 2. Pushes the Hurricanes lead back up to 6. 83-77. Springer now. Off the handoff, gets it over for Thorns. Rush now on the block, working against Bowen. And Rush through contact is fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Hurricane foul on Aaron Bowen.
Billy Rush, 6'6",
His
out of
second
Robert Morris
team foul,
University,
number
the
1.
Illinois native.
Billy Rush at the line,
This
shooting
is his
2.
4th NBL Canada team. He played with the Island Storm, the Windsor Express, and the Niagara River Lions. Also, D-League veteran, played in the Milwaukee Bucks training camp and had workouts with the Chicago Bulls. And he's been a key addition, a veteran presence for this young Highlanders team. Got to be older than their coach in Ben Resner.
Daquan Zimmerman.
Now Zimmerman checks in off the bench for Mason. Zimmerman has been a little quiet today. Does have 6 points, hit 2 threes in that first half, but only played 8 minutes. Well below his average. But this is, the Hurricanes, I believe this is their 3rd game in 5 days, so they've played a lot lately. Now Bowen over for Zimmerman. Haywood now off the dribble. Bowen open for 3, short. And it's going to go Highlanders' way. So 4-point game here, 10:25 to play. Charles Mann Jr. is going to check
Charles
back
Mann
in, replacing
checks in
Springer.
for Cape Breton.
And they're back to their starting lineup, the Highlanders are. I doubt they'll play it for the next 10.5 minutes, but you never know. They got timeouts to work with. Now Rush looking backdoor for Woodfox. Oh, beautiful finish there by Woodfox.
Booker Woodfox.
That's tricky. Facing away from the basket, really had to jump to avoid the defender and still able to finish with the reverse. Bowen now over for Haywood. Zimmerman back for Bowen. Pretty Euro step. Evades the shot blocker, and there's Cox on the follow. Anthony Cox continues to clean up the offensive glass. That's 6 points, 10 boards now for the big man Anthony Cox. And there's another rebound off the Thorns miss. Hurricanes want to run. It's Haywood. Lane opens up.
Joey Haywood.
Looking like Moses from the Red Sea. King handles Joey Haywood. Still doing it all these years later. The former CIS All-Star with the St. Mary's Huskies, showing his speed and his finishing ability, and pushes it back up to a 6-point lead. Should be 6-point lead. It's 87-81. So they're fixing the score bug here. Reminder, you can reach out, Twitter, Alan _April rather, or on YouTube. Just let me know you're watching. Shout out to LL Cool J. Well, here's something to talk about. There's another game going on in the NBL Canada today. It's another Atlantic Division matchup between the Island Storm and the Moncton Miracles. And if this is right, the Storm are putting up one of the highest scoring games I have ever seen in this league. They have 110 points and the fourth quarter just started. They scored 47 points in the third quarter. Again, if these online stats are right. Terry Thomas, North Preston zone, leading the way with 25 points. Jahai Carson with 20. And for the Miracles, Tydron Beatty leading the way with 31. 113-94 is the score over there in Moncton, as the Highland Storm, a scoring explosion. It's good to see my guys Brad States and Dimitri Harris getting some court time as well. Shout out to all the AUS alumni getting the opportunity to play pro not too far from home. And now Billy Rush Kick out, Woodfox, tough looking three off back rim. Coach Resner is upset, he wanted a foul. Bowen moving a little too fast, can't finish. Now the Highlanders have numbers if they hurry. Mann Jr. settles into a three ball and connects.
Charles Mann
Cuts it to a
for
three-point. Hurricanes lead 87-84. Mann Jr. up to 15 points today. Now Bowen over for Zimmerman. Quan Zimmerman, the former Thompson Rivers University Wolfpack player here in Canada. Now Bowen showing off that athleticism but can't finish. But once again, Anthony Cox is there, just narrowly missed out on the three-point play. But his energy on the offensive glass has been outstanding. Cox has 12 rebounds.
His fifth.
How many of them are offensive?
Team foul,
Just,
number 2.
Hover over him for a sec. Eight offensive rebounds for Anthony Cox here. Doing a great job cleaning up the offensive glass all game long. Can't hit the free throw though.
Anthony Cox at the line attempting his second.
64% free throw shooter, so that's not too bad. 6'8" center out of Farmingdale State University. Also played a couple years with the Harlem Globetrotters, and you can tell in his energy and his enthusiasm and flair for the dramatics. Cox always playing with a smile on his face. Misses both free throws. Rebounded by Billy Rush. Now Billy Rush wide open from three, and he connects.
Billy Rush
That
for
ties it all up at
3.
87. The Highlanders hanging around. 87-87 with 8:20 to play. This one's going to go right down to the wire. Zimmerman looking for White. White again defended by Billy Rush, has a height advantage. Zimmerman, that shot will not count. Didn't make it anyway, but he stepped on
Hank
the
Thorns checks in for the Highlanders.
sideline there. Now Frazier checks out, Thorns checks in. Frazier does have 5 personal fouls, so he's going to take a break here. They don't want him fouling out. He's been a key player with 17 points off the bench. Now Thorns, this one all tied up, 8 minutes to go. Oh my, that pass by Thorns, but Walker has it poked loose, but White turns it over. Mann Jr. with the floater, and the Highlanders
Charles
take the
Mann.
lead. That's a 9-0 run, or a 8-0 run for the Highlanders as they were trailing 81. Wait, they're trailing 87-79. 8-0 run here to take the lead. Bowen drives, finds White. And once again,
White.
2 hands for safety on the throwdown. Ties it back up at 89. That's now 12 points for Billy White. And oh my goodness, Anthony Walker dropped out of the rafters. Sky Walker. And Walker comes up with the steal. Highlanders lead by 2. Woodfox. Step back jumper, connects. Lots of contact
Booker
too, no
Woodfox.
call. And the Hurricanes want a timeout, and I don't blame Coach Leslie, as this is a 14-2 run. 14-2 run the Highlanders are on to take a 4-point lead. They were down 8 just a few minutes ago. That dunk by Anthony Walker. The guy is a freak athlete. He's been doing it all year in the D League and now here in the NBL Canada. Just 23 years old too, the San Antonio native. Leading the NBL Canada with a 67% field goal percentage and also 3rd in the league with 2.1 blocks per game. What an addition he has been to Coach Ben Resner's Highlanders. Speaking of the NCAA tournament, I want to give a shout out to a guy on the Highlanders bench. Hasn't seen the court today, but Jaron Skeet. He was wearing a March Madness shirt pre-game, and I was talking to him. He went to 2 consecutive NCAA tournaments with the University of Buffalo, where he was a teammate of somebody I played against in my high school days. Rodell Wigginton, older brother of Lindell Wigginton. Lindell, of course, at Oak Hill Academy, absolutely tearing up the collegiate ranks, or sorry, the high school ranks, and he'll be tearing up the collegiate ranks next year with the Iowa State Cyclones. And his brother Rodell played a couple years with Buffalo, where he was a teammate of Jaron Skeets, went to 2 NCAA tournaments. In fact, the Cape Breton Highlanders currently have Rodell Wigginton's rights. I'd love to see him playing in the NBL Canada sometime soon. As for Lindell, I got big hopes for him. I'm thinking NBA for the young man out at Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Back to the action here. Joey Haywood handling the rock for the Hurricanes. They trail by 4 as the Highlanders on a 14-2 run into that timeout. Mason, jumper, lots of contact. He sold that one nicely as man was on his back, and Mason made sure the refs knew it. As Mason now headed to the free throw line, where he is 3 of 6 on the afternoon. He's got a little hitch in his free throw
Highlander
form,
foul on
I gotta
Charles
say,
Mann.
and all the respect in the world to the late,
His
great
third.
Anthony Mason.
Team
He's
foul
a better
number
free throw
3.
shooter than his dad was. I'll have to look that up. I remember Anthony Mason was a fantastic player, from all accounts a fantastic human, but let's see. 66% shooter from the line, so not that bad. It was just an unorthodox release. Anyway, I'm sure the whole Mason family is proud of Antoine having a great season with the Hurricanes here. Now Walker in the lane, right-handed hook. And he's headed to the line. They're going to call that foul against Anthony Cox. So touch fouls being called on both ends
foul
here.
on Anthony Cox.
Maybe a bit of a makeup call
His
for that
third
touch foul
team foul number 2
against Mann on the
Walker
other end.
at the line,
And Walker's
shooting
headed to the
2.
free throw line. Shoots just 53% on the season. Hits the first. He's 2 of 3 from the charity stripe in today's action. Walker goes 1 of 2, and Poole with a rebound. Poole been doing a good job on the glass too. 6 rebounds to go along with his 26 points.
Joey Haywood for 2.
Cuts it back to a 2-point game, 94-92. Down low, that's Woodfox, a whirling dervish, but it's rebounded by White. Now White, handoff for Haywood. 6 on the shot clock. Haywood's got to get something going, and he is fouled. And Joey Haywood has been fantastic. You know, he's the guy who didn't even play pro last year.
Woodfox.
Tried out for the Raptors, 905.
His second team foul number 4.
Of course, he played
Joey
for the
Haywood,
Hurricanes and
shooting
the
deuce.
Rainmen a couple years ago, where he was one of the best players in the league, 2-time Canadian of the Year, 2-time All-Star before playing in Iceland and Denmark, where he had a tremendous amount of success, was the league leading scorer in Denmark. And now he's back here in Halifax, kind of a second home for him. Of course, he played his university ball at St. Mary's, where he was a CIS All-Canadian. And Haywood hits 1 of 2 from the stripe, but it's been great to see. It's like the guy never ages. He just looks like the same old Joey Haywood I saw 12 years ago at St. Mary's. 10 years ago. As that shot by Woodfox rims out. Billy White looking for the long bomb, can't connect. That's a turnover here. So with 5:20 to play, it's a 1-point game. The Highlanders lead. Thorns. Long 2. Off back rim and rebounded here by Antoine Mason. 5 minutes remain in this game exactly. 94-93. The Highlanders lead the Hurricanes in the Battle of Nova Scotia. Mason to the hoop, and Walker got a piece of that one. says not today, and Mason went down awkwardly. Looks like he will be okay. A little slow to get up. And another look at this one. Mason explodes to the basket, and Walker just catches him with those long arms. Extremely long arms, and obviously a crazy vertical jump as well for the 6'9" Anthony Walker out of San Antonio. Poole rises up for the baseline jumper, can't connect. Here come the Highlanders. It's Mann Jr. in transition, and he's fouled. So that will be on the
Halifax
ground.
foul
going
on
against
Poole.
Mike Poole.
His fourth team
Fourth
foul.
personal against
number
Mike
3.
Poole. Third team foul against the Hurricanes in this fourth quarter. 4:41 to play. The Highlanders lead the Hurricanes by 1. I know the score and time is not currently up there, not sure why, but I'll try my best to give you updates as Billy Rush has that one rimmed out. White with the rebound. Oh, and that's going to be back over half. Yeah, so, you know, the official is right here. The call is you have to establish your position in the front court. The fans here are letting him have it, but that was the correct call. He didn't take any steps in the front court. He was still in the back court when he caught that ball. So fans aren't happy, but that was the right call by the official, Danny Patterson. 94-93, 4:15 to play. Charles Mann Jr. battling in the post with Mason. Mann Jr. awkward looking shot, loose ball, who wants it? Mike Poole has it. Here we go, Hurricanes. Poole puts it up for Mason, and he gets it going.
One
Mason! Looked like Walker got a
Mason.
handful of Mason's arm, but no call, but that gives the Hurricanes the lead once again, 95-94, 3:50 to play in this one. Don't blink, folks. This one's going down to the wire. Woodfox for 3. That's off. Rush can't save it. And Hurricanes ball
Chad
headed the other way.
Fraser checks in.
Substitutions here as Chad Fraser checks back in for the Highlanders. He's been big today with 17 points, but does have 5 personal fouls, 1 away from fouling out. Really balanced scoring effort today for the Highlanders. Their lead scorer still has 17, but they have 3 players with 17, 6 players in double digits. Poole, hanging layup, can't connect. Loose ball, Fraser has it. Here come the Highlanders. They have numbers if they hurry. Fraser out for Thorns, now Rush. Walker, wide open baseline, not his shot. Mason with the rebound with 3:10 to go. Hurricanes lead 95-94. Cox brings the screen. Now Mason wants it with Woodfox on him. Throws it in between Haywood and Poole. Haywood recovers. 5 on the shot clock. Billy White's got to get it up, and does. And that's who you want the ball in the hands of as the shot clock's running down. Billy White pushes the Hurricanes lead up to 3, 97-94, 2:40 remains in this one. Thorns, defended by Haywood. Walker brings the screen. Thorns spinning, puts it up, whistled for the travel. So a turnover there, and a substitution here.
Charles
Mann
Mann
Jr. checks in for
checks in
Woodfox.
for the Highlanders.
Resner playing chess here with his backcourt as he's got lots of options. Thorns, Woodfox, Mann, and Fraser all with at least 15 points. They're all guards, so you can't really have all 4 on the floor at once. Haywood sends Cox's screen away. 2:20 to play. Hurricanes lead by 3. Haywood had Billy White, and White can't believe he didn't get the ball. Never shy to express himself. Mason's 3 off back rim. Gets his own rebound, drops it off for White. Oh,
Billy White from Mason.
First layup, clutch 2 there by Billy White. And White is fired up, and the Hurricanes faithful are letting him hear it. 5-point lead with 2:06 to go. Billy White. So at half, Billy White had just 4 points. Right now he's up to 16. 12 points for Billy White in the second half of this one. And that's why he's one of the Hurricanes captains. Very efficient, 7 of 10 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, 9 rebounds to go along with his 16 points. And the Highlanders call a timeout, trailing by 5. Fans here at the Scotiabank Center loving this NBL Canada action. The Battle of Nova Scotia, and it's been a good one. These two teams trading punches. Neither team has led by more than 8 points all game. As it's been back and forth basketball action here in Halifax. Quick update on that other game, the absolute barn burner in Moncton. The Island Storm have 126 points. The Miracles have 109 with about 4 minutes to go. And Tydron Beatty has 41 points and 12 rebounds for the Miracles with 4 minutes to play. What a game that is. We're gonna see some scoring records broken, I have a feeling. Of course, Devin Sweetney with 56 points as the NBL Canada all-time single game record. Poole with active hands pokes that loose. Here comes Frazier, hangs and finishes. Tough take there by Chad Frazier off the bench. Leads all Highlanders now with 19. Now Haywood defended by Thorns. Over for Mason. White now. Up top for Mason, long three. 30-footer. Can't hit it, and Thorns wants to run. His team trails by 3 to tie it up. Oh, every part of the rim, but the part that mattered didn't go in. White with the rebound. Hurricanes are gonna use some clock. 1:10 to play, they lead by 3. Haywood. Thorns watches it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Billy White now. White double teamed, 3 on the shot clock. Mason has to put it up. Can't connect. Another chance here for the Highlanders to cut into this lead or tie it up with a 3. Thorns. Takes the Walker screen, gets it over for Rush, straight on 3, Billy Rush. Clutch.
Billy
That
Rush
is a veteran.
for 3.
Ties it up at 99. And the Hurricanes don't call a timeout. They got a chance to go 2 for 1 here if they play their cards right. Actually, they've already used too much time. 12 on the shot clock, 25 on the game clock. Poole drives, pull up, off rim. The Highlanders with a chance to win. 20 seconds to go, they're gonna hold for 1. That was questionable clock management there by the Hurricanes, but here come the Highlanders. 10 seconds, it's Thorns. And he is fouled. And the Hurricanes with just 4 team fouls had a foul to give. That is
Hurricane
Poole's
foul
5th.
on Mike Poole, his 5th.
So
Team
Resner is
foul
gonna
number
take a
4.
timeout here and
Timeout.
draw something up for 6.9 seconds. A chance for his team to win. They just need a 2. This is NBL Canada action at its best. These two teams have traded punches all game long. And what a shot there by
Now come
Billy
on,
Rush,
Halifax.
The straight
We've
on
only
3
got
to
a few
tie this
seconds
up at
left.
99.
It's a tie game.
NBL Canada
We need you
veteran
on
not
your
feeling the
feet.
pressure and
We
delivering.
need you to go
That's why they brought
absolutely
him to Cape Breton.
bonkers and make some noise.
So if you're the Highlanders here, all kinds of options. Frazier has 19, Mann has 17, Thorns has 17, Woodfox has 15, Rush has 13, and Walker has 12. I'd expect them to go, well, I don't really know. You think Frazier's out there, Thorns is out there, Rush is out there. They could Joey Haywood with 13 off the bench. Meanwhile, the Highlanders with 6 players in double figures, all between 19 and 12 points. And it all comes down to this last possession. So out there for the Highlanders, Thorns, Frazier, Rush, Woodfox, and Walker. And the Hurricanes bring in the long Aaron Bowen to contest the inbounds. Thorns gets it in for Frazier. Frazier, he's gonna shoot this. 5 seconds, crossover, drive, and oh my goodness. Just short on the lane, and we're going to overtime. They called a foul. They called a foul. There's gonna be 2 free throws here with no time on the clock to take the shot here. 0.8 on the clock. Let's see it again. Frazier clears them out. Beats Mason, killer crossover there. Can't finish with the right, and there it is. It's Thorns on the follow, and he got fouled. Cox had a hand and knocks him on the arm. That is a good call by the official. 0.8 to go. It was on the follow, and Hank Thorns ran into a lot of contact from Anthony Cox, and it will be Hank Thorns on the free throw line with a chance to win it. Thorns, a 74% free throw shooter on the season, 2 of 3 from the line today. What, it's Frazier? Okay, I really don't get this now. They got Frazier on the line. Okay. All right, so I guess Frazier got fouled is what the refs are saying. You can probably hear the crowd at Halifax here. They are upset as a lot's going on here.
Hurricane foul on
Mason.
Antoine Mason.
Not
His
on
fourth team foul, number
Yeah, so
5.
it's on
Chad
Mason on the
Frazier at the
drive.
line, shooting 2.
And here's Frazier. Gives his team a lead. 0.8 seconds to go.
Swish would like to
I
know
don't
what
even
you're
know
all
right
doing
now.
after the game. Why don't you tell him
As
right
Frazier
now?
Steps to the line, misses the second intentionally. Mason, full court. Ends up in the hand of Clinton Springer, and that'll do it. What a game here, but not without controversy. The officials give Hank Thorns,
that's
give
a final.
Chad Frazier the chance to win it, and
The
he
Cape Breton
responds.
Highlanders edging out
Big
your
in the
Halifax
clutch.
Hurricanes,
What a game here from the Scotiabank Center.
99-100.
The Highlanders and the
Thanks
Hurricanes.
for coming out today, folks, and don't forget to join us
Exchanging
on
punches all
Sunday,
night long.
April the
The
9th at
Highlanders
2
just
p.m.
had
for
that
our next
final
home
boost
game as we
to
square
win it
off
from
against
free
the
throw line.
Kitchener
Chad
Waterloo
Frazier is the hero.
Titans.
Came off the bench to score 20, none bigger than that game-winning free throw. Just going to read out some stats here really quickly and we'll wrap it up. But a reminder, the Hurricanes are next in action 2 weeks from today, Sunday, April 9th at 2 p.m. as they host the Kitchener Waterloo Titans in an inter-conference matchup. And just a quick look at the stats here as we wrap it up. So leading the way for
Joining
the
us at the
Highlanders,
mic
Frazier
tonight,
had 20,
Joey
Mann Jr. had 17,
Haywood.
Thorns had 17, Rush had 13, and Walker had 12. Should mention a double-double for Billy Rush too, 13 points, 10 rebounds. For the Hurricanes, Mike Poole had 26. Antoine Mason with 20.
Like Joey said,
Billy
the
Wade with
Hurricanes, thank you for
16
joining us today
10
and hope to
rebound
see you
double-double.
again on April the
And Joey
9th.
Haywood with
Game
13 off
time
the
is
bench.
2 p.m.
Final
and tickets
score
are on
here,
sale
the Cape
now
Breton
at
Highlanders, 100,
ticketatlantic.com.
The Halifax
Folks, have a
Hurricanes,
safe drive
99
home.
in a great game
Good
of NBL
afternoon,
Canada action.
and thanks for
myself,
coming to
Alan
join us
April,
at the
and our
Scotiabank
crew,
Center.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day.